Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So, carrying on with more bling for the Optima Mid, we have the Racing alloy rear hubs. Part number for this is KYOP-008BK. And again, big shout out to guys at SC Models. That's where I picked these up from. Link will be in the description below as always. So, let's bring in for a close-up look, see if there's any issues at all in fitting these to the Optima Mid 60th Anniversary Edition. Alright, so in the box we get a left and a right hub. We get two screws. They do have the holes for the grub screw, and they do have the mounts on the back that aren't currently used on this one, I don't believe. So first thing we're going to have to do is drop a wheel off each side. So we can remove wheel, and then next thing we're going to have to do is remove one of our hubs. So you'll need a 2mm hex driver for the hub, and we can just get the hex pin out, and that removes this hub. So we're going to have to remove the small screw that fastens our tie bar, and I'm guessing these are what these are to replace. We don't have the taper and the dual sides, so it's going to be interesting to see how these fix. Next we've got the lovely little C-clip on the bottom that we need to remove, and I don't want to lose any of these, so I will clip that off on camera. So back in a second. Right, so once the clip's removed, you've got a small grub screw in the back, and we're going to have to screw this all the way out because we're going to be using this in the new hub. Then we've got our pin that goes all the way through, so we can pull that out. Then should be able to remove the entire hub. Just be careful if you've got the Cosworth drive shafts, you don't lose your pin. So we're just going to have to quickly pop out the bearings. And that should be his whole hub disassembled. Then lastly, we've got the little insert that we need to pop out, and just make a note of which insert you've got on which side your little markings are for when you're putting it back together. So that should be everything stripped down. Next we can move on to assembling it. Now we can start assembling everything into the hub. So we're going to want a bearing. We're going to want a bearing in the inside as well. These fit really nicely into these hubs, so make sure your bearings are in place. Next we're going to have to put our insert through. So again, make sure you've got your markings on the correct side. Slide that back into place. And then we're going to have to get our drive shaft back lined up. So you want to make sure your drive shaft's in all the way and your bearings are on. Then we're going to lower it into place. You've got your pin that needs to go through next. And just make sure your drive shaft is in its output cup. Then you're going to want to get one of the new screws. And you can put a little bit of thread lock on these because it is metal into metal. So once we've got that together, next thing we're going to want to do is get our little C-clip back on. see if I can do this on camera without it flying off. They're not too bad as these clips go. Yep, that's got that into place. Once you've got the clip in place, we can then put the little grub screw back in, and again on this you can put a little thread lock if you want. But that's as hub all where it should be. Next, make sure your bearing's pushed back. We're going to want to get the hex drive on. Drop our drive pin through. Now we can tighten that up. And now you can see they do fit really nice, and you've got one stay instead of two because obviously alloy's a lot stronger than plastic. Then we just need to drop his wheel back on, and we need to repeat the entire process just for the opposite side, so I'll get that put on now. So that's just giving you a quick glimpse of it before I put the wheel back on. But the hubs fit really nice, no excessive play in the bearings or anything. So yeah, quite impressed with these. I like the fact that the black sort of blend in with the rest of the RC. But yeah, just need to get his wheel back on. And this one is quite easy, simple, and doesn't take too long upgrade. So that's everything back together. They are the parts that we won't be using. So we can add these to the ever-growing bag of KYOSHO Optima mid spares. Quite a growing collection at the moment. We have drive shafts and everything in there. So yeah, just another hot racing upgrade for the KYOSHO Optima mid 60th anniversary. So let's wrap this one up. So there we have it, the alloy rear hubs. Nice little upgrade, not too involved in doing it. It's not bad. The worst thing you've got to deal with is the little clips. Right, so the part number for this one is KYOP-008BK, and that's the aluminium racing rear hubs for the KYOSHO Optima and Optima mid apparently. But yeah, again, big shout out to the guys at SC Models. They had these in stock, and I will put a link to their shop in the video description below as always. But thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars. Hopefully you like this kind of content. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, share to friends and family, and catch you guys again in the next one.